Hi there, in today's video I'm going to show you how I made this snowman soup box, and I used the Fancy Favor die along with the Snow Much Fun stamp set. This is my first version and I did it with wild wasabi and real red colors, and the sample that I'm going to show you to demonstrate today, I'm going to use the Bashful Blue cardstock with cherry cobbler. So I have already die cut this. This is the 12 by 12 Bashful Blue textured cardstock. You will need 12 by 12 paper in order to run it through on this die because it's that long. So I started by folding along all of the score lines, and I've kind of already got those broken in. And then you can see I already added sticky strip, and on the wrong side, the inside of the box, you have one piece of sticky strip on this squared off end, and then you have a piece on the inside angled flap. On the right side, or the outside of the box, you just need two on these bottom square flaps. So I'm removing the backing on all that sticky strip. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this box together, and I want to make sure that I'm matching up this top cut edge, because that is, you're going to want that matched up. That'll be the most obvious thing if it's not. And then you can go ahead, oops, and get the side lined up. And then you'll turn it upside down, fold in the two square flaps first, and then the side that doesn't have the sticky strip on it, one of these has sticky strip and the other doesn't, go ahead and fold the one without it first, and then you'll fold in the one that has the remaining sticky strip on the outside. Then you can flip this over and use your bone folder to just stick all of that adhesive together, and then your bottom will be secure. So that's how you assemble the box. I want my seam to be in the back, so this will be the side that I'm going to use for my front. And then I'm going to take this strip. I've just got a strip of the Bashful Blue textured cardstock that I'm going to use for the handle, just like on here. And all I'm going to do is take and put about maybe half an inch inside the top edge on both sides. We'll start with this one. And I am using, this is actually just a foam piece from the acrylic block caddy, and I use this a lot for stuff like this. I'm going to put this behind here, get this into place, and then I can just punch a hole. And then I'll just take a silver brad and attach that to the side just like that. And then I'll do the other side, and I'm just going to stick this inside of here about a half an inch again. Put that foam behind it. Punch a hole, and I kind of leave this in place so that I can go ahead and get my brad poked right into that hole before I start moving it around. Then you can remove the foam and open those tabs. I use my bone folder. It's easier to get in there and open those up. And so there you go, you've got your little handle is on there with the brads. Okay, so once you have your box assembled, then I have already done this. I just took and stamped the snowman with StazOn ink, and I used a blender pen and ink from the markers. I've got cherry cobbler and basic gray and bashful blue, pumpkin pie for his nose, and those are all the colors that I used to color him in just using the blender pen. So I did that, and then I'm going to take, I like sparkles, so I'm going to take a little bit of two-way glue and just outline a little bit of the snowman to give him some sparkle. And then I also just made some snowflakes in the background just because it gives it pretty sparkle. And then once I've got the glue in place, then I'll go ahead and sprinkle on some Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And I've been working with this a lot, so my tray is full. I decided to just use it straight from the tray. Okay, so there he's all sparkly. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put snail adhesive on the back side. And I'm just layering this right onto cherry cobbler cardstock. Okay, so there's the snowman. And I'm going to go ahead and, on this one, I actually used a little bit of the DSP, the Polka Dot Wild Wasabi Designer Series paper. On this one, I think I'm just going to leave it plain because I like the texture on this cardstock. And so I'll go ahead and just use snail adhesive to attach my snowman. Okay, and now I have I've printed out just on my printer Snowman Soup. I picked a font that I liked and I printed it out a couple of times, and I'm just going to use my Modern Label punch to punch one of those out for the front tag. And then I'm also going to punch a little Bashful Blue out because I'm going to back it with that. And the way I'm doing that is I'm just cutting this in half. And then I'm going to take, well, first, I did go ahead and put like a little bit of my two-way glue pen. I just went right around the edges of this to give this sparkle. Just put a little glitter on there. And this you probably can't see on the video, but it just adds a little bit of sparkle to the edges, gives it a little border. And then I'm just going to put a little snail adhesive on these two ends of the Modern Label in the Bashful Blue. And just going to layer that right over so that there's a tiny little edge showing. Just gives it a little something. And then you can trim off, if there's any showing, you can go ahead and just trim that blue edge off. Okay, so there's that. And then I did add a little more bling. I used my paper piercing tool to pick up these rhinestone jewels, and I just put one on each side of the tag. And then I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals and just put these on the back side of the Modern Label. Okay, and then I can go ahead and attach that right to the front of the box. Just like that. And then for the back side, you can see I've printed out the Snowman Soup poem and just layered that onto the red cardstock. And so I've already done that. I've already printed that out, and I just did it on Whisper White cardstock. and layered it onto the cherry cobbler. And then I attached that to the back side with snail. Okay, so your box is all ready. And then I have just one of our medium-sized cellophane bags that I filled with marshmallows, chocolate chips, and then the hot chocolate packet, just an individual one, and a candy cane, and I tied it together with the polka dot, cherry cobbler polka dot scallop ribbon. And you can just slide that inside and just situate it how you want it so that it looks pretty. And there is your snowman soup. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks a lot and have a great day.